1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Foreign Minister says Pakistan is ready to hold talks to resolve the decades-old Kashmir dispute, but will not barter away the inalienable rights of Kashmiri people. Pakistan has expressed desire of promoting a broad-based strategic partnership with the United States. Minister for Energy has said due to the prudent policies of the government, the country is witnessing a remarkable economic growth despite COVID-19 pandemic. Special Representative on Religious Harmony has said the government will extend every possible cooperation for the reconstruction of Gaza. UNRWA is urgently seeking $38 million in aid. WHO calls for creating corridor to evacuate injured as first convoy of humanitarian aid arrives Palestinian territories. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the APHC has expressed deep concern over the deteriorating political, economic and demographic situation in the territory. And now the news in detail. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan will negotiate to find a solution of the decades-old Kashmir dispute but will not barter away the inalienable rights of Kashmiri people. Speaking at the gathering of Pakistani Americans in New York, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan is deeply committed to the just cause of the Kashmir. He said Pakistan is open to dialogue with India to peacefully resolve all outstanding issues including Kashmir. Later, talking to a delegation of Kashmiri leaders led by Secretary General World Kashmir Awareness Forum, Dr. Ghulam Nabi Fai has said the international community needs to understand that unless the Kashmir issue is not resolved, the dream of peace in South Asia cannot be realized. The Foreign Minister said we are deeply concerned about the ongoing grave human rights violation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He said Pakistan is committed to extend political, moral and diplomatic support to the Kashmiris. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan is desirous of promoting a broad-based strategic partnership with the United States. Talking to leadership of Asian Community of United States House of Representatives via video link in New York, the Foreign Minister said this partnership will promote the common interest of both countries in bilateral and regional aspects. Shah Mahmood Qureshi emphasized the need for increasing bilateral trade and economic cooperation to promote regional connectivity. He also highlighted Pakistan's effort for a peaceful political settlement in Afghanistan. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain has said all elected parliamentarians of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf have full confidence in the leadership of Prime Minister Imran Khan. Talking to media persons in Lahore this evening, he said we all have decided to settle the differences through negotiations. Fawad Chaudhry said there was a need to improve coordination among all of us and we are all united under the leadership of Imran Khan. He said differences in point of view always exist and we have listened the stance of MPAs who were annoyed over certain issues. Minister for Energy Hamad Azhar has said the country is witnessing a remarkable economic growth despite COVID-19 due to prudent policies of the government. Addressing the news conference in Islamabad this evening, he said large-scale industry has shown a significant growth of 9% during the current fiscal year. The minister expressed the hope that current momentum of growth will be kept in the next financial year. He said the reasonable prices of all crops have benefited the farmers and helped in increase of produce. Hamad Azhar said current account deficit is for the first time surplus by $250 million and foreign exchange reserves stand at a record $23 billion. He said cement sector has recorded growth of 17% and country's exports are also increasing. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib says progress of the country is directly linked with development of agriculture sector. Talking to media persons in Faisalabad today, he said the government will announce a big package for farmers and agriculture in the next year budget. The Minister of State said Pakistan is moving in right direction under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Imran Khan. He said government has initiated several projects to stabilize the economy of the country and now is focused to bring positive change in the life of common man. Farooq Habib said government is giving health cards and other facilities to the people besides construction of houses for less privileged people. Special Representative on Religious Harmony Hafiz Tahir Ashrafi has said the government will extend every possible cooperation for the reconstruction of Gaza. Talking to the Arab media, he said Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi represented the aspirations of not only Pakistani nation but also the entire Muslim Ummah on Palestine issue. The special representative said the Muslim countries including Pakistan, Egypt, Saudi Arabia and Turkey will have to get united on Kashmir and Palestine disputes. Vaccination against COVID-19 for 30 to 40 years of age has begun and people can get registered by sending the computerized national identity card number through SMS at 1166. Upon receiving the SMS with code and the name vaccination center, they will be vaccinated on the given date at the designated vaccine centers. This is Radio Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed a deep concern over the deteriorating political, economic and demographic situation in the territory. In a statement issued in Srinagar, APHC Working Vice Chairman Ghulam Ahmed Gulzar said the subjugated people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have been besieged and their civil liberty remains a distant dream in presence of nearly 1 million Indian occupational troops. Awami Action Committee headed by Mirwaiz Umar Farooq paid rich tributes to its founder Mirwaiz Maulvi Muhammad Farooq, the Hawal martyrs and Hurriyat leaders Khwaja Abdul Ghani Lone for their great sacrifices. It pledged to continue to pursue peacefully and with patience to work for the realization of the will and aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir as was the dream of its founder. The first convoys of humanitarian aid have received in Gaza hours after a ceasefire between Israel and Palestinian militants came into effect. At least 184 residential towers, houses and 33 media centers and over 1,300 homes have been completely demolished, with a loss value of $92 million. Meanwhile, World Health Organization has called for the creation of corridors for injured people to be evacuated. UNICEF said more than 100,000 people had to flee their homes from Gaza and nearly 800,000 people did not have access to water. Palestine officials say tens of millions of dollars will be needed to rebuild the already impoverished enclave that is also suffering with COVID-19. US President Joe Biden says a two-state solution is the only way to resolve the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Addressing a news conference at White House, he said he has spoken to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and told him about his plans for Palestine that also include providing security in the West Bank. Meanwhile, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken will visit Israel and the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank on Wednesday and Thursday as part of Washington's effort to build on the Gaza truce. Indian national airline Air India is facing a major cyber attack on its data server in which 4.5 million customers' personal data have been leaked and credit card details hacked across the world. Following the incident, Air India has advised the passengers to change their passwords immediately. In China, 3 people have been killed and 27 others injured in an earthquake of 6.1 magnitude at Yangbiji, southwest China's Yunnan province. More than 72,000 residents and nearly 20,000 households were affected by the quake. And finally, the weather. Hot and dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country, while very hot in central South Balochistan during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind, thunderstorm is expected in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Upper Punjab, Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.